Developers are constantly looking for ways to debug issues faster, especially in production where the root cause can be hard to track down. Dynatrace's Live Debugger helps you debug those issues faster in a safe and secure way. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get started using the Live Debugger, starting from identifying what you want to debug, then connecting your source code repository, and finally identifying parts of the code where you'd like to collect debug snapshots. Let's get started.
When you're ready to start debugging, the first step is to click on the debug configuration icon to bring up the instance selection screen. By default, you'll see all the services or instances where you turned on the Live Debugger, and the first step is selecting exactly what you'd like to debug. You can do that based on several parameters, including the host name where the application is running, its IP address, process name, all sorts of custom labels such as a container image name, Kubernetes namespace, workload name or deployment, or even a source code repository. Now you can select them directly from the list on the left, or you can go to the filter by box and start directly typing. And as you type, it'll automatically filter the list for you and allow you to select the exact label that you're interested in. Once you select it, it'll tell you how many instances are available which match that filter. In my case, there's 2 Kubernetes pods that match the Kubernetes container name that I've selected. Once you're happy with what you've selected, you can simply click Next to go on to the next step. After choosing our instances to debug, we continue to the second step in configuring the Live Debugger session, which involves connecting your source code repository. You can start by selecting one of the repositories from the list, including GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab, Azure DevOps, or even a locally cloned repository. The local file system option requires you to have a desktop app installed on your machine, which acts as a connector between your Dynatrace tenant and your local desktop. You can select the repository of your choice and then select whether it's an on-prem or SaaS-based repository. If it's your own self-hosted on-prem instance, you'll need to add the source code repository to your settings, Dynatrace apps, on-premise servers. You can select the option of your choice, and the next step will involve either adding in a personal access token with the requested permissions if it's on-prem, or simply logging in via a standard OAuth connection if it's SaaS-based. From there, you'll select the repository and organization, as well as the specific branch or commit that you'd like to use. Note that you also have the ability to automatically configure that information ahead of time via environment variables, so that Dynatrace can discover and fetch the repository for you automatically. Once you've configured your debug session, you're at a point where you can start using the Live Debugger. To start, browse your source code repository, or simply search for a specific file by clicking on the search button and open the file that you want to debug. Next, find the part of the code that you're interested in debugging and click just to the left of the line number to set a non-breaking breakpoint. Now, anytime this line of code is executed during the normal flow of your application, the Live Debugger will automatically capture a debug snapshot without stopping or pausing the app. You can click on a debug snapshot in the snapshot pane below to inspect it further. You'll be able to inspect a few things, including all of the variables and their values, process-related information about the transaction, including where it came from, as well as process IDs and thread IDs, a stack trace leading up to the line of code where we captured the debug snapshot, and if you're using distributed tracing, the snapshot will contain a span ID and trace ID that link directly back to Dynatrace's distributed tracing app.
And that was a quick review of how to get started using Dynatrace's Live Debugger, starting from identifying what you want to debug all the way through to setting a non-breaking breakpoint and collecting a debug snapshot. Hope you enjoyed the video. Happy debugging.